Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to week 2 of my half marathon training plan. I'm recording this clip in the exact same position that I recorded the end of week 1, so if you're binge watching these videos then hello, it's the same person, it's the same me at the same time. But it's week 2, everyone, or at least it is way later in week 2, and let me give you a little brief explanation as to why. If you haven't seen week 1 or the runs of week 1, those are already up on the channel across long and short form, so please check those out if you wish. But we're on week 2 today and I'm way behind, and it's because, if I'm honest, I've not been feeling good at all this week. So normally my training runs from a calendar week, the Monday to the Sunday. I'm due to do my long run on the Monday, and then my slightly shorter, more intense run on the Friday. Today is Friday, and I haven't done anything today. Today is Friday the 16th, and honestly this week, not only has this week been mental and hectic from a work perspective, but honestly, I've not been feeling good. I've been feeling very chesty. I've had a terrible, terrible cough. I don't think I'm quite 100% yet either. But I want to go out a run this morning just to kind of test the waters a little bit. I'm not going to push myself. I'm going to try not push myself, at least anyway. And then if I need to stop, I need to stop and I need to come back. We're going to see how it goes. But I feel like, if I kind of want to stick to this weekly training plan, maybe this is overall going to be a detriment to me. We'll wait and see. I'm using this kind of as a test and learn, so I can learn more about my own body and more about the practice of running and all that good stuff. But it's week 2, everyone. So my first run, which should have been on Monday, which is going to be today, is just an 8-kilometre hilly long run. Let me just record my screen so you can see the running plan here on Runow. Right. So yeah, again, it should be the Monday, Friday, as you can see here. I have moved them. So today is just an 8-kilometre hilly long run. And according to Coach Ben here, it is just one of those longer runs where I can relax and kind of take in the scenes. So there's no pace, well, conversational pace, which I'm struggling with in a minute. Struggling to reach in the terms of I'm going too fast. But I take this as just run 8 kilometres as, as comfortably as you possibly can, sort of thing. Don't push it too much, but, this is your longer run. And then next week goes up to 9, etc. as well. The run that I've moved to Sunday is 1 kilometre repeats. So that is a 2-kilometre run at a conversational pace. Then we've got a 90-second walking rest. And then for 3 times or 3 rotations or 3 circuits, whatever you want to call it, I need to do 1 kilometre at roughly 5.5 minutes per kilometre. Then a 90-second walking rest. Repeat that for 3. And then the cool down is just a 1.5 kilometre conversational pace cool down. So that one's a bit more intense. I think I have ran at like 5:30 before, but it's been quite hard. But I suppose that's the point of this run. You do also then get those 90 seconds in between. So we'll see how that goes. I've scheduled that for Sunday. And then I'm probably going to push Monday and from week 3 into like Tuesday or Wednesday to kind of balance it out a little bit. And then hopefully come week 4, we'll be back into the Monday, Friday cadence. But anyway, week 2, we'll talk about that in the future videos. We're going to start with the 8-kilometre hilly run. We're going to see how we get on. Again, I'm going to take it at a very slow pace. I make short videos for all the runs that I want to do, or the runs that I am going to do. So if you want to see those, those will be up on the channel. And again, I'll talk about it here as and when I've had the run as well. But anyway, I hope you're well. Thank you. I know I went on a bit of a rant. I feel like I'm kind of catching up, not only on the runs, but on the content as well. Just due to this illness and this mental and hectic work week. So yeah, hopefully now that I'm kind of relaxed and on the mend and almost back to 100% and the working week is done, then we should get into a regular cadence, not only for runs, everyone, but for actual content as well. So again, apologies about that. I'm terrible for keeping a schedule, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying to be better. Anyway, 8-kilometre run underway, or coming up. Oh, the run is over. I am back, and it was way, way harder than I thought it was going to be. I done it. So I done 8.1 kilometres according to Runner. In just under 50 minutes, so average pace was just over 6 minutes, which is slightly slower than I usually do, and at that pace I would have been over an hour for a 10k, which is fine, but my god, that was way tougher than I thought, and I think it's a combination of a couple of things. I think that I'm not 100% health-wise. Again, I still feel a little teeny bit chesty, but I don't think that was the biggest issue. I just don't think I prepared enough for it. I looked at the run plan and I thought, oh, 8k, I've done 7k last week. I've ran 10k in the past, that's absolutely fine. Not thinking that it's actually only 2 kilometres less than the longest run that I've ever done. So I should have prepped a bit better. I should have ate better either last night or this morning. I should have stretched maybe that little bit extra. Maybe I should have took some things for the run, like gels or things before it. So I do think it was a combination of not being 100% full health, perfectly timed to illustrate my point, but I think the biggest driving force was just not prepping enough for it in terms of both eating, stretching, all that good stuff as well. So a lesson learned, which is good. I feel quite good about that, and I'm happy that I done it. I'm happy that I got the first run of week 2 out the way. It's Friday again. I am going to Manchester today for a work thing tomorrow, so I'm back in London tomorrow. I'm not going to do anything tomorrow, so I'm going to do my run, or my second run, which is 1 kilometre circuits, I think, for 6.5 kilometres all in. I'm going to do that on Sunday. I can't remember the actual nuance. I know I said it at the start of the video, but I forget it already. So that's going to be Sunday, and then it'll be week 3 come Monday. I'm going to push my long run to maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, which is 9 kilometres, and I will be much better prepared for that. But yeah, I'm off to Manchester very soon. Maybe I'll take you with me. I'm not going to do any exercise there, but maybe I'll do a little bit of a round up there or whatever. I don't really know quite yet. Or maybe if I've had some thoughts in transit between now and then, I'll chat to you. I've got a nice new Osmo Pocket 3, so maybe I'll take that. And we'll see how it goes. But anyway, run 1 done. That's the main thing. The training plan is slightly off track, but not 100 miles away. So I'm feeling quite good about it. Again, I'm feeling quite happy that I've done it. And I need to actually do the short form for that run as well at some point. So yeah, off to Manchester. Let's go. So I have made it to Manchester, which is nice. And I didn't think I was going to do any filming or whatever, just because I'm not doing any exercise here. But I've came to the realisation that I probably need a really good massage, like a really good proper sports massage, something like that. I don't really know, because my back's been sore for a while and big bubble in my throat. And I'm also using my new Osmo here, everyone, so I don't know how it's going to sound or look, but I'm quite excited about it. But regardless, you know, my back's been sore for a little bit, and then the top of my back's been a bit sore that I thought was related to how I've been feeling in regards to being a bit chesty, and I thought I had maybe some sort of chest infection. It was kind of two ends of like physical back pain, but also then a chest infection, and I think that is maybe still the case, but it has been incredibly sore for the past day or two, and I think I need to get some sort of proper deep tissue sports massage on my back, you know, upper back and lower back, and I'm going to see how that makes me feel. So I've not even thought about it or looked into it, and I'm not going to get it before I need to do my next run or two. I'm not really sure when I'm going to fit it in, if I'm honest with you, and even if I do start to feel better, I am still going to get it because I think it's going to be beneficial, and I think it's going to make things just a lot easier and a lot better and a lot more enjoyable when I'm running and whatnot. And I don't want it to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and then, you know, come March, April time when I need to do the run, I'm in too much pain to do it. So that's next on the list. You will see that in some sort of video whenever that comes out. I'm not really sure when that's going to be. I also just kind of wanted to give you an update from Manchester. Again, I'm here for work. We're doing some sort of fun work stuff that I can't tell you about because it's all super secret and whatnot. But yeah, Manchester so far is a nice place. I'm only here for 1 night, so I don't really have a lot of time to explore, but if I thought about this earlier, maybe I could have had a massage in Manchester. But anyway, just wanted to get my thoughts out there. I am back tomorrow being Saturday. I'm not going to do my run then, but then I'm going to probably put it in for Sunday. That is still the plan, unless something major changes. But the next time you see me will either be for the run or for the update if the run does not go ahead. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Week 2 continues. So today is Monday the 19th of January. It's technically the beginning of week 3, but this is the outro to week 2. So as you saw there, I was in Manchester from Friday to Saturday, working all day Saturday. I never get back until quite late on Saturday evening, which is fine. Planned to do my second run of week 2 on Sunday, but I had to move it. I was completely wiped. I think that I had / have, and if I do have it, I'm on the tail end of it, some sort of chest infection or something of that nature. You know, I've been coughing quite a lot over the past few days, to the point where I've nearly been sick, to the point where I've caused some damage in my back just from straining too much and whatnot. So I feel like if I tried to run on Sunday, which, you know, maybe I technically could have, I think it would have done me a disservice in the long run. I got the main big run out of the way with, the 8 kilometre during the week, which should be up on the channel by the time you're seeing this. I haven't put anything on the channel yet. Again, I've edited the first 1 or 2 runs as well. So by Friday this week at the latest, everything should be up and running, or everything should be up to date in regards to the runs, the short form and the long form. And then we'll be in a nice cadence for the end of week 3 and so on and so forth. But anyway, like I said, I've done the 8 kilometre run, which is fine. I'm glad I'd done it, but I do think that also maybe sent me back a couple of steps as well. It was much harder than I thought, much harder than I expected, and in hindsight, much harder than it should have been. So I think, yeah, even though I ticked it off and I'd done it and I'd done something for week 2, it probably sent me back a couple of days all up. But again, you know, I'm training for the half. Not only is this training for this particular race, it's also training me for understanding my running capabilities and what I can and can't do all up as well. But overall, week 2 is done. Again, a little bit of a, well, not a little bit, I mean, the actual length of training was halved in 2, from 2 to 1 runs, but here we are. Anyway, week 2 is done. I'm still feeling overall confident. I think it's going to be fine. Week 3, we have a 9-kilometre long run. We have the 6.5 sort of 1 kilometre circuits, if you want to call it. I can't remember the actual name for it. And then the other run I can't remember. So we've got 1 long run and 2 hard runs to make a total of 3, which I'm hoping to do between Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And then have the weekend off to kind of rest and recoup before we get into week 4 the following week. We're already potentially in week 4, which is crazy. Following the runner plan, so far so good. I've went from my free trial to my paid subscription. I like it so much so far that I am going to stick with it. And we're going to see how it goes. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you're new here, you're more than welcome to subscribe. Again, this is me running or training for the half marathon on the 5th of April, the Putney/Fulham half marathon. Again, excited for it. Yeah, let me know if you're taking part in it. Let me know your running goals. Let me know what you've been up to in terms of exercise and all that good stuff. I'm feeling overall quite good. Again, I'm not quite 100% there in terms of my health, so I'll kind of take stock after I do my run today. And we'll see how we get on. But so far, so good. Again, still feeling positive, onwards and upwards, and feeling quite happy. I think I've moved full time over to my Osmo. So if you know the actual sort of footage has been kind of jarring over the last couple of videos, it's been between my camera, my phone, and my Osmo. I will still be, you know, capturing on the iPhone when I'm out on a run and I need to do some sort of horizontal stuff, but for the most part it should be on the Osmo moving forward. But I'm still learning how to use all this technology and all these bits and pieces that I've picked up over the past month or 2. So yeah, I think I found my cadence, which is nice, but I say that every single time that I record a clip, never mind a video. Anyway, my name is Sam, thank you for watching. Again, if you're new here, everything should be in the description, follow, like, all that good stuff. And we move onwards, we move upwards, we move onwards, and on to week 3, which will be recorded, or the intro will be recorded immediately after this. So if you're binge watching this, we'll probably be in the same, you know, situation. Anyway, week 2 done, I'll see you next week.